Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Frozen Mullen, and today we're playing some more SpellRogue. So, yeah, last time
Let's have it then.
we had a Descent 5, which we completed with Azar. Next up, we're on Lapis again, and we're going to try and do a Descent 6. I do have one which we kind of miserably failed at, so, you know, it is something where we may revisit that if we're able to. I'm trying to figure out what's better overall. I think we're going to go to Tidal Talisman this time, and we're going to go try and do this build, the mana inversion. So let's see what we can do on our Ascent level 6. Or Descent level 6. This is kind of hilarious. Okay. Start of combat, receive 3 curse. That's probably pretty good, considering we've got the extra die to play around it. Whenever losing 5 or more health for an enemy. Ooh, that's really bad spell break, right? Compared to this. Like, yeah. I'd rather just take the condemn. Sulk. Or Skulk. How do you want to pronounce that? Them taking multiple attacks per turn could be a problem, unless we just want to go for like pure one-shot potential, is the question I got on that, right? We either do that or we don't, so... thinking about it. We'll just take the curse, and then we just don't have to worry about it after turn 1. I'll take the curse, why not? 2 elites, we're going to the right then. Let's do that. Let's do that indeed. Ah, that's good, that one doesn't get affected. I'm liking that already. Because the flip we've got on this, it's not actually that bad, right? We just change these both to 6s, then we're pretty much sorted for, like, dealing damage-wise, right? And now here I can just gain some block, and do it again to gain the Fury for next turn. Not sure about Embrace. Like, it does both things, but it really limits you on what you can actually put in it, right? It's like here we can take this guy out with just 1 attack, I think. No. I got Fury on that. That's 3 Fury. Oh, I got the weak as well, don't I? That's the problem. Ah, I see. Oh, we'll do this, because I can kill it then, right? And then that way we can just deal damage to here to at least set up the next turn. It's the plan, right? It is the plan. So, some of you, eared viewers, will probably recognize that I sound a little bit different, which is mainly due to the fact that I have invested in having a new mic. So, I'm just trying it out, see how things go. I'm really careful a little bit because the fact that it's attached to my desk, so any knocks and stuff seem to cause reverberations with it, so that's something I'd watch out for now. Ooh, Prescience. I do like Prescience. Frostway is always nice, but the reroll a die to reroll the die you put into a lower value. Interesting. And target enemy. It's always the random enemy is the problem on that. Or Poison Fling. Can we try going a poison build? I would like to go a poison build. I think Prescience is way too good. Especially that first turn as well that I have it. Because I'm guaranteed to get a 1 with the curse I have, right? So it is the better way to go around it. We'll see out anyway. We'll try it out. Yeah, so like this, do that, then it's just like, oh, there we go. Now I get extra die for next turn. That's just really good to start off with. And then we just deal some damage. I can't deal any more damage, so I'm just getting 2 block there for no reason. Bit of a shame, but what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? Then we do the same again here. Give myself 2 Foresight. So this is kind of where I'm like, what do I do about that thing at the back? Or do I just try and like take this guy out as quickly as possible? And I think my choices are to try and take this guy out as quickly as possible. And just like, okay, we get weak, so what? Taking damage there. 3, I can get another 5 out of this. Which gets to 8. And 2, 3 is 16, which does give me the kill. So I need to swap this over. Oh. I met that up already. I met that up already. That's fine. I guess we'll try and kill the back row then if that's the case. Not with that though. Flip. Flip. Set up the next turn. And we'll try and kill one of you guys off. Pick the wrong one as well, but you know. Is what it is, right? We should be good this time around though, right? You know, my brain doesn't work correctly sometimes, and I gotta live with that. Okay, what's the choices here? Winter's Bite I do like. A Brine Bubble, I always kind of fancy the Brine Bubble quite a lot. 1 to 2 deal 4 damage from an enemy. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's just any even, plus it's 4 blocks, so it is actually pretty useful. Pick up my shard as I can. Now, do we gain the power, or do we just go for the extra? I think gaining some power scaling with the Prescience is a good idea, right? Does it at least give me something like bigger boss fights? Let's see how we do here. First elite, let's go. Okay. So what have we got available to us? Sorry, I'm doing some mic adjusting while I'm also doing this, trying to make sure, like, you know, is my mic in a decent setup? We'll gain power there first, because I think that's a good idea. Reroll that. And then I guess we're just trying to do as much damage as possible, really. The one makes no difference here, but... yeah. That early curse does really hurt the first turn, but most first turns for most enemies always seem to be set up anyway, so, like, am I really losing anything by doing that? Like, the Brine Bubble is really good, because I can get the good setup with just that. You can then deal some damage as well. I'm on 8. Do I just, like, try and get extra block to make sure I don't take any more damage? I guess I should, right? You know, just to make sure that I don't have any issues. Like, 14 again, that's insane. Because that's quite a lot that I need to put into just to defend. Do I just start taking damage for it, though? I take 10. Yeah. I'll do sort of a halfway. I don't have any like, offensive options, which is the annoying part. But I can still ramp up, though. I just gotta make sure, like, these turns I have enough to kind of defend myself, which is gonna be a bit of a problem. Flip that over, flip that over. 4 to make sure we have enough to defend. I love how it's gone from like 9 to 14, like 14 to 18 really with the double hit, right? It lands on the worst thing possible. My only attacking one. Flip that over, flip that over. I guess we're gonna put the 6s in there to at least re-roll them and get more out of them. We've got 16, but we're gonna have to like take hits just to deal damage now. That's a horrible fight, considering the setup I had as well, right? Like, even considering the setup I had, that was a horrible fight for me. Luckily, though, we still come out with the win. Luckily, we do. Yeah, so I decided to invest in a new mic. I thought it was worthwhile, right? Do X damage to 2 random enemies. Inner Storm. Power scaling with that is pretty good. Plunge, I always do like a plunge. And Hydro Clasp. I do like that as well, actually. But re-rolling die is not what I want. I just want to roll 1 additional die if I can on Deplete. Which I think I got an opportunity to do, actually. Right? Use more die overall. On odds also. So for me, this is slightly better than these two. And it's just rolling, I think, is the option I want to go with this one here. Because an extra die is just more useful. So I'll deplete, roll a die, and I can just go even and odd between these two to get some armor. Plus also have more die to do what I want with, right? We'll pay gold to get an artifact. We've got no shop, right? Yeah, no shop, so pay the gold, gain an artifact, let's see what we get. Enchant a random die with ether, which reduces countdown. Apply poison, or reduce health loss. We'll take the apply poison, why not? We'll apply that poison as much as possible. I'm going to sip my coffee all I can. No idea if the mic picks that up when I take a big swig of my drink, but it'd be hilarious if it does. So yeah, like here I get like 2 armor from each of those, which is kind of nice. And also re-roll the ones into a 2. You gotta laugh. We do that to gain the power as well, and then we can get like 1 attack off, or we can get more armor. I should just get some more armor if I need to. So that will minimize my health loss, right? I guess we do, yeah. Yeah, see that this is what they're doing now. It's that bit that I get really annoyed by. Okay, so do that. And do that. So at least I can put like 2 in there and they reroll both of them, right? And then go 2 odds to gain armor here, even though I don't need to. But I'm doing it anyway because I want to. And then we've got like 7 and 7 to try and deal with one of these guys early. Could do that, but it takes half damage at the moment, so. And can't do anything with this, but we'll put it in there anyway. The loss of the armor next turn is the problem for me on this one, because this attacks. God, that's stupid. That's a kill on that anyway. Flip that over. Flip that one over as well. Try and deal as much damage as possible, I guess, here. I guess we're just going to gain more power then as well. Does it actually kills me, doesn't it? That actually kills me. 10, 17. I gain this amount of armor here. That's it. Had to use a potion just to keep myself alive. That's hilarious. We're just checking 8 out there? No, we're just getting more armor now. I literally almost died to that. That's hilarious. Okay, do a 4 there. A 5 and a 3 at least re-rolls and gives me some armor even though I don't need to do it. Put that over then. Check that in there. That's a kill. I guess you might as well deal damage to you and set that up. Like, I have a good defensive build, right? Like, it's not a bad defensive build. I just don't have any damage. The poison helps, so the poison does help. But, you know. We'll have to work on our weaknesses if we can. Roll 3 die. Remove 2 poison. Noxious display. Oh, receive 1 poison. Or die. Interesting. I thought I had said remove them. I was reading that wrong completely. I'm going to reroll these. Like, Noxious display seems interesting, but I've already got ways of getting extra die. Don't need them in the turn. And, like, give me sub-poison at this point. It's going to be terrible. Replenish Azure. Just to reroll the die. Gives me, like, X, which is, like, 2 armor or something, which is what this does anyway. Take that. I think it's better. Not useful right now, because I can't play it, but I think it's better. And we're going to try the Elite Fight out. This could be a massive mistake, or it could be right on cue. Who knows? I just find it funny that, like, this is the setup I get to start off with, right? Hey, I got lucky. I got lucky. 2 1s can go in there. Not that I need to do that, but I thought why not. Stack up this poison as much as possible. Okay, so I can't use this or this turn. That's kind of absolutely fine, really. Gain armor here. Do it again. Put the 1 in there. Put the 3 in there, because it can't be used to generate this. And then we attack with this. Anything that gives me more armor, or armor generation, is pretty good. I think with this setup that I've got currently. Because I'm already, like, in a pretty good state, right? Of, like, being able to kill stuff off. Maybe some ways to increase the poison as well would be nice. Do that and that. 6, nice. Use that to get the reroll. Guess we'll chuck the 4 in there as well. At least we get as much armor as possible in case this goes south. Which I probably will do. Oh, we got the kill. Cool. Can't do math. Can't do math. So you wouldn't believe it, would you? Yeah, remove poison, apply 2 weak for each poison removed. Don't really... Yeah, that could be useful. We do stack poison. But to be honest, holds down until next turn does X damage to all enemies. That's kind of nice to stack up having die in hand, but I would probably prefer something better than that. Deal 2 times X damage and apply weak, Chilling Touch. I like this card actually, just for the weakness of like application. And Overchill, again, that's another one I kind of do like depending on where this deck eventually goes, right? Because 1 to a 5 just to get block, and then plus I have the option on deplete to gain art, to gain the Fury as well. I'll go with the Overchill because I think the defensive option could be better, rather than just timesing that by 2 then plussing 1 to it. Basic bod math stuff. We'll go replenish Azure because again we want to be able to reroll lots of die, and just having more die to gain more armor, and going down that route seems more interesting. Right. And we got terrible rolls straight away. But that's what replenish Azure is all about. Just terrible rolls all around, right? Terrible rolls all around. I would love to say I could generate an even one, but there's no point, right? 8. Giving me yourself 4 does give me enough. Okay, fine. I'm going to take this guy out first, and we'll leave this guy because the Berserk on it. Berserker is such an annoying trait if you don't have enough damage to start off with, because, like, what do you do against that? You just have to suffer. Which is extremely frustrating, right? Extremely frustrating. I will attack this just to get that down on it. That means it's dead next turn, and I can still defend from this thing. So it goes under, it takes the 1 damage, and then we can worry about this guy now. I still gain some armor. And then I just gotta try and get like 6s and stuff if I can actually do that. Right? I guess it's not gonna happen, so I'm just gonna have to try and like deal damage enough to the point where I'm not taking too much in return. Like here, I can do this, I'm taking 8 from it, so it's fine. And hopefully I get enough to just like one-shot it. I guess that's not happening. Get more die then. That's some block there, that's some more block. You get a 4, 2 4s can go in here. There's 3 6s or 18. We still can't kill it straight away, so I guess we're just going to be getting more die, getting more power. Because now 3 is 21, which is a kill. And we can set that up. The importance of that poison showing itself right there. Just making sure I can kill it in that one turn is kind of the main goal there. Like, the 2x damage seems really good, but like this isn't bad either if I get it actually activated on consistently chill core. Because the 3 weak applying to all enemies is a lot more useful than, say, like 3 extra block. But that's whether you can get it consistently triggering, right? And you can go 5 if you need it. So it's 10 armor plus 10 reduction of 5. I mean, I'm using 6s somewhere else already, so I don't really want to go that route, but it was an option, right? Tidal Hallberg. Fortify, which basically gives me +1 block from spells to rest of combat, and +4 block on itself. And we can do this to get 6, or we could just remove the silence for 2 turns. We've done this before. We're going to do it again. So, I need to be able to put this in without like affecting other stuff. But for now, I think it's not that great. But it does work with what we have, right? Do we just gain the 8? Actually, no. We can just do 19 and get rid of the Embrace here, I think. Rainfall, interesting. Gain 7, apply Rupture. Now we roll those. Poisonous Bile, apply more poison. That's really good now it's been reduced down. Reroll all dice, Reality Ripple. Do higher values, or just get the 1? Hailstorm. Let's take the Poisonous Bile, just in case you want to go a poison build, right? Like, it's a potential. That, I think, needs to be in my setup at some point, which I think is better than Replenish the Azure right now. Right? Because the odds still go in here, even still go in here, so, yeah. Although it is extra, and it is a lot more efficient, the issue is, like, I have to have 2s and 1s to go in it. The other one's a bit more flexible. So, like, here, I don't have the 2 and the 6 and the 1, but, you know, if I had another 1 or another 6, we could trigger this straight away. Very annoying it doesn't land the way I want it to, but, you know. 6 me straight away. It's unfair. Do we gain the Foresight? I guess we do. We're going to be defending anyway with this into there. So Foresight armor. It vexes me, which is not that great, but actually can kind of work to my advantage, right? So here we do this and this. And it mutes itself for 2 turns, which, to be honest, is fine. Like, we don't need to cast it every single time. We'll do this to roll into there to get more out of it. Do that to get more armor again. And I guess we'll start taking this thing down, really. Like, should I be focusing on this? But I don't know. Like, getting the poison here I think is more useful than trying to take it out. Man, that is a terrible roll. Absolutely terrible. I'll put that in there. We'll reroll that as well to try and actually like get something out of this. I guess we do get at least some damage on the armor, I guess. I should probably just go on defense there, to be honest. But what are we going to do, right? What are you going to do? Decisions. Having this 6, so we can go this again to get more, which I probably should do, right? Even though it does set me up terribly for the next turn, and I should be able to block all of it if I do that anyway. You go 3 into 5. That's enough block there. That's pretty good. And deal damage. Like, I think the setup for this is just actually like doing wonders for me. Even. I think using this now is a good idea. Landed on the wrong one, but it actually works out, right? Because we can get the setup on that and then do this. Do take 1 damage, but that's fine. Oh, another 4. Just go 5, and then, like, have 1 go in there. Now, we already defended, so what's the point, right? Don't know what to do with that, but, you know, I could just gain the armor, but we already got the armor anyway. A 6 and a 1. No, I need to set this up, otherwise I'm going to have issues, right? Get some armor there, that's fine. Roll that over to a 4. I could deal damage, or I could just gain the block. I gain the block to make sure we don't take any more. Still got poison in it, so just chipping it down slowly. Ooh, a Vex die. So using the 5 would be a good idea. First we use this and this, see what else we get. Getting the 5. That way we're fully blocked for this anyway. Check the 5 in here, I guess. This game hates me sometimes. That works out pretty well though. So we do this. That gets reduced into 1. It becomes a 6. That goes in there and there. And gain more armor each turn. They're not quite dead. As long as we get like 1 hit in, we should be good. Which we can do quite easily. Here we go. Not bad, not bad at all. Take the healing, and let's see what we get. That's pretty not bad in this matchup. -1 die, but gain fury each turn. Helps with the scaling, and I do like it, and there are ways to maintain my fury if we go for it. But it's a really weird setup. Other ways is like stuff having... I guess this is fine actually, yeah, I'll take the Smoldering Torch. Like out the choices there and me re-rolling, like the Smoldering Torch is still a better choice. There's only one other thing I'd probably take above it, which is the Dreadstone. So I wouldn't just go with that way anyway. ML8, not really my fan. I don't really want to actually disenchant a spell. Yeah, I can do the Overchill, get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Reduce damage to enemies to 16. Threshold, that's a horrible thing. We'll do this and we'll disenchant the Overchill, right? The Poison Bile could be used if we go a poison build. We have a chance to take on 2 elites. Should we go for it in this round? Why not? I don't have enough really gold. I have enough to go to the shop. Let's go to the shop as well. Last fall. Reduction on countdowns. I don't really have countdowns, so that's not that great. And X sockets. So it doubles this effect and this effect, which is pretty good. Although I don't have the countdown, the manifold's still useful. Into shop. So if I get like an X attack card, that's pretty good as well. Toxic Knowledge. Reroll a die. Just by going into it. On a 4, I gain Insight. We can gain 1 charge on a 6. On a 5, gain Toxic Skin. Not bad. Not bad at all. Grim Right. I do like Grim Right, although we don't have enough to get it, which is very annoying. Inscribe is completely useless for this build. Engulf is okay-ish. Like, it's not great because I just can't cast it in 1 turn. And Inundate is interesting. I do like it, but not really worth it. We'll keep the poison for now because I don't want to get rid of anything else. Guess just get a random artifact. Yeah, that's what we get. End of each turn, if less than 7 spells are cast, gain a foresight. Nice. Turn 1, roll an extra die. Keep 10 block between rounds. I do like that actually. Extra block between rounds is pretty useful. Well, that turn 1 extra 1 die helps out with the startup on this receive 3 curse, so I will get that. Right. Seems weird to go that route, but I will do it. I need the extra thing, and we'll see what we get this time around. The good news about this start is that the poison that we have is very useful, right? Give me 2 odds, give me some armor. Get that set up. Roll that over so we can safely set ourselves up with this so we have more armor going forwards. We're still fully set up with the block, so we'll do this. Just so the fact that we can get poison on them. The poison is important in the sense, as long as they got 1 poison on them, if I take 1 hit to them, they'll die afterwards. So that's why the poison is important. We need some armor here. We get a 6, that's pretty good. Got that in there. 4 you over to a 4. Good damage. See, now that's been going to die anyway. Now here I probably should gain armor. I gain 3, right? Yeah. But I need that. I need to keep the poison on this guy for the duplication, I guess. But no. I should be using this when I get the option as well. I gotta remember that. Right. So cast that first. And it lands on the worst dice I can get, right? That and that can go in there. That then duplicates that. I have 5 armor. That and that. Doubles the effect, so that's pretty good, right? Put that over. Deal 5 to the front one. So that's the real one. Switch that over. Heal it there. Then that dies to poison. I guess that's the advantage, right? Is the fact that I can still take one of them out every turn, no matter whatever happens. The issue I have is the amount of times I receive poison. I mean, the sorry, not poison, the ignite. Odd and odd. That's a 1. That's terrible. Attack you. Attack you. That's an even. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. This turn is probably a good setup turn to use this, just to make sure that I actually can, like, block more efficiently. At the same time as well, like, what else am I going to do, right, this turn, except try and deal as much damage as possible? Yeah. It's hard to make those decisions, right, on what the best thing to do each turn is. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it because, you know, maybe I'll get like a, yeah, 6. And then we cast the Manifold again. Lands on the odd, that's pretty good. So we'll chuck it in there first. If I re-roll the 2, does that still... Yeah, it does keep it, nice. So I get a lot more armor. Then we attack the first one, see what happens. Do the same with this one. Okay, so you're the real one. That 4 then goes there to deal with that. I just don't do enough damage yet. Roll that over. Play that there, and then we're good. I will admit, this one, the Bitter Tooth, is so good, this fight. Like, it's probably saving me so much that I don't even realize it. Nice. I mean, I got enough armor anyway, but I'll still gain more armor. Why not? The real question is, I don't know, like, what happens when they do that anymore, right? Like, 'cause I'm pretty much set up for, like, dealing with them in particular. Just do that on that. I need to use 3 attacks into this anyway. To try and make sure I actually have stuff to defend with, we'll do this first. It's annoying that all this landed on probably the worst choices for me this turn, in particular. that. Okay. Two. Actually, I forget. The 6s can go in there to get re-rolled, so I gotta remember that. I gotta remember I can do that. So yeah, I can do like 30 damage in one turn. Do that first. One can go there. Turn that to a 3 and do the same. Ooh, lots of 6s. Okay, so this is the turn where I can do this instead, right? No, we take 18, right? So I should do this first, see what we reroll into. And now we can do this. The extra die I want just helps me sustain myself with the extra couple of die for these particular turns where like random stuff keeps happening, so I can always chuck something in there. That goes 1, that goes there, that's another 6. Chuck a 2 into here, reroll that 2 over. But yeah, this fight, although it's long, is not terrible. That's the one thing I gotta remember out there. Although it's long, it's not terrible. I can still deal with it. Nice, a 6. Just chuck that in there. Did not hit the right one. Again, we did not hit the right one. Yeah, I'm taking 7 from the one guy at the back, isn't it? Yeah. So it's fine. The issue is the weakness, but as long as I get like 1 damage in anyway, we're still good, right? Hit the wrong one. Hit the right one. Now I just can defend. That thing's dead anyway the moment the poison goes off. Man, that was a longer fight than I wanted it to be. Just some like annoying fights like that just take ages to deal with. I need some way of dealing with those longer fights. Like, this seems great on the idea that I can get like more and more while still having die for re-rolling grass flow. And this thing's got this also. It's pretty good. I'm gonna pop that in there just so the fact we can set this up a little better. The grass flow seems good, but like late game it's better than double prime, but not really with the setup, so we'll leave it. I see rainfall. Glacial sphere is kind of nice. Actually, is slightly better than my current attack because it does the same thing except I start with 1 less damage and I get 2 rupture, so multiple hits for this are better. So we did get a slight upgrade. Yeah, we'll just take some healing, and then I guess we can go for another boss fight. Depending on what we get here. Target loses 50 health, extra damage out. Plus 1 charge to a random spell, target spell, or to all spells. Which will help trigger this more and all stuff like that, right? Interesting. Another Remnant. I do like the Remnant. Keep using it. Extra damage, chip damage. I'll just take the Soul Grasp. It's just good, like, DPS output, right? I could go with, like, 2 events. I'll go 1 event and elite. I mean, because I'm already set up, I don't need to worry about getting more shards, right? I can lose an attack spell, and I gain Devoted for the next rounds. Yeah, seems good enough, actually. That's not an attack spell. Just because that's going to help me out in the next, like, 3 fights, which one of these will be this big guy, so why not, right? Why not? There we go. I'm just going to mess with my settings because my sound feels off, and I think it might just be me. Right, options, audio. No idea how that is for you guys, but for me it was a little bit weird, right? No idea. See, this is what kind of me when I get like the setup of a dream, where it's like do this on the first turn every single time. Not having mute could be really good as well. And because I've done that, like this is just so better as well. Or I just reroll the die. We get 5. That's an odd. The 5 in there to gain armor. So like we're fully blocked up now. Like we don't need to worry about anything else. And I guess we'll just deal some damage to you. Let's see how we get on with it. The silence is a bit annoying, but you know. So I can make this work for me a little bit, right? Like this. Just to stop that silence from going on. Seems rather petty, but I think it's the right course of action. And see, like, this one is fine to go in here, because this gets silenced anyway, so, like, why wouldn't we just do that? And the mute... Oh, mute... Oh, combines. It combines. Okay, and then we do this to get the massive amount of armor from that. Chuck that in there. Chuck that in there. Chuck the 3 in here. Ooh, that's extra die for next turn. And swap you over so you have a 4. Then we just deal damage, right? So I might deal the damage to this guy now. And then we just cast this on this guy. One-shots him out the way, and then we got this defense in there. Yeah. I think it's a pretty good turn. So reroll the 1 first. Turn that into a 6. And a 5, and a 5. And a 6, cool. A 4. Another 4. Do it again. Roll that into a 4 there. Play that, play that. To a 5, can't use that. In turn. And that's dead next turn. I think the added rupture on them is like really good with this. Right? Because it helps me stack more damage up in the turn, plus the power I have as well. Is it amazing? Not really, but it's, you know, it's better than nothing, right? And see, this is kind of good as well, like on deplete gain 4, but thing is, it's like you want on 1 supply 3 poison. Like that's better on that. Again, none of these really scream or appeal to me, so I should reroll. Even deal that. That gives what? 8 damage minus 1 charge. Interesting. And applies 1 poison. See, with that, I just rather have, like, the extra poison, but the problem is that it's like, this is actually hurting it, the dominance rune. So you test, we'll take the Putrid Tide. It gives us the option to have that poison build instead if we want to, and swap stuff around. Where in which case we get rid of Foresight, and we get rid of Glacial Sphere, and we just go into the Poison Bile and Putrid Tide combo. Amalgamate. Merge a die and then gain 4 block. Can't gain the upgrade random spell. Interesting. And we can receive 2 weak every turn, but we get to choose a rune. I think we just gain the Amalgamate and leave, right? It's just something free for us to have. Probably won't use it. Won't be necessary. Actually, is there? We can probably... Yeah, we can disenchant it. And see what else we can get. Multi-jet seems interesting. Winter Spite, as always, is a potential. I'll probably reroll these though as well, because I'm not really that fan of them. Again, block equal to the value of die. Interesting on that. Hailstorm and Crushing Wave. We'll take Wave Keeper. I probably won't use it, but you never know. You never know. First turn is always terrible. Let's go. Roll you over, so we have a 6 to play with. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's a... Those can go in there. That's a 6 to go in there. So we're going to set up for defense. That's kind of nice, right? Another 5. I don't need any more defense. So we start attacking. No damage to you at the back, because I am not a fan of receiving what you're putting down. And in this fight, it's kind of interesting. Like, what do you really want to do? What do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on trying to basically deal with the damage, or... And that was terrible. Right? Was that just me? I have never had a worse turn as bad as that. I'm going to try and take this one out first, right? It's dealing more damage overall, so that'll be my target for a lot of things. At least in theory. Keep 1-1 at least, right? Actually, we can just use it straight away. Because it keeps giving me more and more armor every time I do it, so it is worth me doing that. Get another 6 back out, that's pretty good. See, this is the problem I end up having later down the line, is like 2 lots of 18 and I can't deal with it. And then we cast this on one of these guys just to try and switch them over, right? Yeah. That's a brilliance. Check that in there straight away. Gain some armor. Oh, I should have done this as well. My bad. Hands on the worst ones they didn't want. But it's fine. Try and deal with that guy. Don't want him dealing 22 damage to me at any point, if I can get away with it. He's going to apply the snare on me. Again, it's not what you want to see when they actually have the snare going up. I mean, it's like, what, 50% more damage you receive? So, I mean, it is actually applicable for me to still do this. Right? Because I actually gain more in regards to the armor. That's something there. Just on some free rerolls. So we actually outlast this anyway now. And... now I got that down to half. I'm just going to start switching over to this a little bit. No, don't spend that there. And no, because I wait one more turn, we deal more damage to it. The reason I'm switching over to this a little bit is to make sure I have the option to kind of like, essentially, yeah, deal with this turn. Use that again there. Check a 1 in it, because it is actually worthwhile doing that. The 6 can go in there, see what else we get. Put a 2 back. Another 1. So, I mean, we still actually survived the damage. So this is a choice now. I don't really defend from both of these, so I will try and take this guy down a peg. So at least I know I'm not having issues with like the amount of damage I'm taking. Rather than killing the other guy off, which could have been a better choice. Weakening this guy now, while the option to kind of like deal with him a later turn, I think it's just better overall, right? Get some rerolls in. The amount of sixes I end up rolling, you kind of getting to the point where I think it's just funny. Like I get a good amount of armor, and we're playing a good amount of defensive builds at the moment, right? Gains 2 power, switches over. This guy's still in the darkness form, which is completely fine. Oh yeah. A 1. Is that just rolling 6s now? Is this what the game's become, of just me rolling 6s for no reason? And the fact that it's just hilarious when it happens. Okay, game. I think there's something wrong with you now. I think there's something wrong with you. Okay, so we cast that on there first, because I think that's just better. And then we have an odd and an odd. We get a 6 back, which can go straight into here, actually. That 2 goes in there, which gives me a 3. I think, no, we can't roll that to anything, because it doesn't really benefit me, except going into this thing anyway. Which I guess is what we'll do. 33 damage, which I haven't fully blocked. I swear this game sometimes just wants to try and deal as much damage to you as possible, right? Just doesn't care, right? It's just like, oh yeah, here's like 3 times 14, which is the same as the other way, but it just sounds better, right? I always do this just because like I think with stuff actually I can get something more out of it, right? Oh yeah. I don't need to do this turn. Another 3, and I guess we'll just deal damage. Should be game. This is what I mean when it's just like sometimes you just get really good runs in the sense of like, oh yeah, this is the best thing I can pick up right now, right? What are we going to get from here, though? Receive 1 curse. Don't really want that. 1 extra dive every 10 spells. We don't want that either. We'll reroll those. 15 spells cast. So let's see. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in 1 turn, theoretically. So that every kind of like other turn that give me an extra dice. Turn 1, enemies gain all enemies gain +1 power on turn 1. That's fine. Them having 1 power makes a difference. I can only counteract that like turn 1. Turn 3, enemies gain 4 power. Enemies... No, that's terrible. That's awful. I'm not taking that. Each boss defeated enemies start with +2 power. Adaptation. So they gain 4 power straight away. Versus gain the 4 power on turn 3. Is the goal worth it? Or is the max life better? Like, this can be really bad, but I can actually set up this. This starts from the get-go, which is a problem, right? So we'll take this. And the shop is kind of pointless. Do I need to face off against some elites to kind of make this build worthwhile? Not really. Like, yeah, it should be good. So I could probably go with, like, the Hydro... Oh, we already got the Hydro extra class, but the Bubble Brine maybe getting more armor, or just dealing some damage, which would be nice. Quite like that on 2s. This, gaining a charge on Foresight, would be pretty good as well, or extending it to 2 and 4. Already got that on there. And maybe just changing this so it isn't getting silenced could be a lot better. So yeah, there are options. We'll do this way first, because we only want to take one. Water spell, earth spell, or fire spell? Let's go for a earth spell. I think there's a lot more I can get out of this. And Autumn Veil, Earth Spain. Interesting idea. On a 1 gain 7 block. That's -1 charge though. Apply Daze. Which does reduce damage. Or if we go this and maybe we can get a way to deal to gain thorns. You know what? I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try this out. Autumn Veil. Let's go. Let's try and see if I can gain enough thorns on this build to be a pain in the backside. So yeah, like the power they get turn 1 anyway is kind of like, okay, whatever, right? But the other issue I have is like I can do this and this to gain 4. Plus then set myself up to gain more from these guys. So that's just kind of even, but this gets 1 at least back. And I can re-roll those. Play that in there, which is, again, you know, kind of what I want. This at least allows me to gain some more, and then we can get that. Look at that, what the... That's a lot to start with. Come on, game. I know I'm not your favorite person, but that is ridiculous. Like, I'm still taking 8 from this. We'll do this first to trigger at least an attack. Right. Try and take this guy out, maybe? Nah. Try and split him up. I guess I'll just throw the weakness potion out there to try and make sure I don't take too much damage. That's an insane start, right? Absolute madness. Like, come on, game. Be fair. Odd, odd, odd. Not bad. The question now is, how do I deal with this? Just get more armor, I guess. At 16, that is kind of enough to stem the tide. I don't really want to take any more damage. I'm taking damage from these guys anyway, so just get more block and just end the turn. And save the sapling. The Infected is the thing that annoys me as well when it gets on like particular types of spells, but, you know. It's fine. Now, can we kill that guy off? Maybe. Maybe. First, let's gain my armor. And let's also gain that and the power. Next up, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Deal damage? Deal damage. Yeah, I guess we're dealing damage here. Take this guy out the fight as quickly as possible. That way power scaling doesn't become an issue. Right? And we don't have to worry about anything else. I could just gain armor and stuff. Yeah, seems cool. Now, if I roll 1s, I gain power. Great. What I didn't want to see. What I didn't want to see. It's fine. You know, it's fine. A 5 and a 1. It's a 6 back as well. Put the 6 in there so we get 2 more die. D5. That and that. We get a sapling die back. Which is great, so you just invert that straight away. The same with this one. And then we'll look at trying to take this guy out, I think. He's going to be next on my list. Take a bit of chip damage, but that's fine. Why'd you land on that? Like, it's so unfair you land particularly in the worst ways I can possibly imagine. And we go odd and a 5. 3, 3. Fine, we'll use that. A 1, that's terrible. A 5. I muddled that up. That's my bad. It's still fine, we take this guy out anyway. And I got enough damage to, yeah, stop what's happening next. Enough armor. Yeah, but it's like weird, it's like particular fights just become so much more difficult just randomly out of nowhere. Even on this descent 6, remember that, I'm on descent level 6. I've noticed like as you get higher in difficulties, having a good defense is better than having a really good offense, right? And I think that's something I hadn't realized when you start really thinking about it, right? And then I guess we'll just flip that over. I like this though, the sapling with the autumn veil. The only thing benefit I would get now is if I actually do get the ability to... the 6. Should go there for now. If I get the ability to gain thorns. So actually it's better for me to trick this in here now. Just so I can actually get more armor coming up in the future turns, as I'm going to attack anyway. And then we'll just save the next turn to give it a chip again. Cast that on you first, just so we can just deal with you immediately. But not bad, not bad. Again, the run is taking a while though. But I'd rather be safe than not, right? Gain power, and then receive 2 poison. I'd waste a healing, that wouldn't be too bad. Or Ice Ward, gain 4 block, and on deplete roll 2. I like Ice Ward actually, it's not bad. Is it better than what I currently have? Maybe, maybe not. Could be better than the Hydro class, to be honest, but Hydro class benefits from my spells. Overchill would benefit as well, but I'll re-roll these. I don't plan to go to a shop anytime soon, so... Grass Flow seems kind of cool, but not really. Absolution is too much. I guess Whirlpool is kind of interesting. Right? Go to a fight, try and get this elite fight if I can. Everything attacks first turn, there we go. The fact that I can call it regularly is kind of hilarious to me, right? Like, that's the thing that I find funny, is the fact that I can call it on the regular. Actually, save the 3s, chuck the 1s in there. Another 1. Guess I'll reroll you up. And do I just gain the armor now? How much am I losing? Actually, we're fine. Cool. That's a lot of 6s. And you get lots of 6s. And chuck 2 5s in there, because I think that's the best I can do to get damage-wise. 3 3s go here. This just weakens all those guys down. This guy we want to kind of take out next if we can. Flip that upside down. Because the issue with him is that silence that he puts on a spell. So with this, plus the cast, he's dead next turn. These guys will always be like taking hardly any damage because of their ability. Oh really? Because he just like got... If I do this, does it deal damage to him? Yes, it does. Okay. And this then should... Poison should kill him, right? If not, I'm going to be very disappointed. And 2 5s would be nice to maximize my defense. And a 3, and a 3 go in there. And go in there. Get a 1 back, which we can flip over. And I guess I'm attacking like one of you guys then. And we'll end turn. Far more fun playing everything like this, right? I'm not getting the dice I want right now. Like, the good news is I'm getting quite a lot of this stuff. We'll try and take the guy out that's always defending everything, right? Do as much damage to him as I can. Can't really invert any of these. Do I fully block? I kind of am fully blocked, so we'll just flip that over to a 5 and then deal with it from there. Try and take this guy out next because he's defending both of these all the time, which is very annoying. Reroll that. Reroll that. So I'll flip one of you guys over. Did not get anything decent. It's important that I attack rather than I actually get anything else off here. So this guy's dead next turn anyway, so we just do some chip on him. Because I can cast this straight away on this next turn to eliminate him, so that he can't block anyone for guarding wise. Actually, just kill that guy off. It applies mark to me, but it's fine. I should be able to kill the other guy off anyway. Even without sort of like resorting to usual stuff. That's a 5 can go in there. 5 can go in there. That 6 can go there. So 1 I can get to reroll. Just to, yeah, I deal damage this time around. No point worrying about anything else other than the kill. And this guy should be able to deal damage, if I'm correct, right? Like he should be able to deal damage. Otherwise, like, it's just, like, by himself all the time. Yeah, I was going to say, like, once you get into this point, he starts dealing damage. Should be able to kill them next turn. We should be fine on this. Nothing to worry about. So much so that I will use 6s to destroy him. I mean, we have a decent scaling build, right? Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. So, the thing I'm doing now is stupid, right? It is completely stupid. But I could have Toxic Skin and Thorns at the same time. So why not? Why not? Lose the Iron Scope post gain Tendrils, don't care about it. Receive damage, or lose Devoted, which is this thing, to gain a shard. I will take that, because that's useless now. I gain more armor, or just gain more Toxic Skin. And we can -1 away from that to gain +2 more armor. Or we can gain the Thorns. We're gaining Thorns. Just before a boss fight. Let's go. This is going to be so fun, right? Oh, it's the guy that doesn't, like, give me the chance to gain stuff back. Interesting. That's absolutely brilliant. To be honest, you actually work to my advantage in this fight. You don't know it yet, but you kind of do. And it benefits me more than it benefit you. That gives me armor back. That will also give me armor back. Man, that's a horrible roll. So I can't get rid of those, but I can gain thorns on this guy, right? I get 2 sets of thorns. And that's it, right? I haven't fully defended, but it's fine. I guess we'll try and chip that down. Because everything you can only now gain, like, 1 back. So it actually works to my advantage. In a way. Because now 4s in this will give me the armor, plus, like, everything else will as well. And the toxic skin now triggers as well. Which now I can start dealing damage that way. Flip you over anyway to get 5. This now will always give me the sapling, which is pretty good. And we're just going to start chipping away. I have the option to go full turtle again, and if I do it, people are going to hate me. But I'm like, well, the game's given it to me, so, like, why wouldn't I? Like, why would I not go full turtle? It's a 1 that I've got there. If I get another 1, it would be nice, but I can't do that, so... I take way too much damage, though. That's the problem, so I don't have a way of defending all of these. Use this to give myself 2 charges on this, I guess. So I can trigger it twice, just to get some more armor. Not bad. And I guess we'll invert that to get a 6 straight away for next turn. Oh, I didn't get the 6. That's annoying. Anyway. That and that can go in there. That gives me the extra die for next turn. That we can just flip over to get the 6. Which goes in there, gives me more of that. You now give me more and thorns. You become a 6 for next turn, and then you get to attack and deal 1 poison. Eat the poison up. This build is kind of funny, right? It's probably about the only time that I would sit there and think to myself, actually, yeah, this is kind of like the build that I want to be playing. It's kind of annoying that this armor pops up every so often, and I don't get enough defense because of the fact that I can't actually set myself up. But I gotta make sure that I actually use the enchant, right? Otherwise I'm gonna have issues. Which is my own fault because I'm not doing that properly. Like here I shouldn't use defensive tools because they're defending anyway. I just go pure attack. But the setup for it is just like really useful. In a way. Right? That's the problem I have. Which casts out to make sure that it takes as much damage as possible. And then we'll just end turn here, I guess. No, we do use the Autumn Veil just so we can get the... Yeah. And put that to a 5. So that way now I've got like 2 of these to be able to use, which is a lot better. So, cast this first. Where do you land? Not the ones I want you to. Okay. That's a 2. We can reroll the 2 though. Into a 3. And reroll that one as well. And get as much armor as possible. A 5 at least gives me that amount of armor. And this and that can go in there as well to get me more. We just guess attack. Then we shouldn't attack really there, but you know. I'm not very smart sometimes. I survive on a very low amount of health. Okay, and that's a kill. Other than that guy, I think we should be alright. Okay, 1 damage increased by 2 for this combat. An deplete deal, yeah. Okay, Azkul Blade is my changeover tool, right? Get rid of Whirlpool now, I guess. So Icicle Blade is the thing that for the combat will just keep increasing over time. Which is the on deplete deals 6 damage in front of me. Don't care about that. Like, it doesn't really do much else. And on deplete as well. Now what do we do? Do we increase this? Or give me myself more casts? More casts could be interesting if you have to die for it. I don't think that's going to be that useful. Replenish as well could be interesting. I'm getting rid of the silencer on this, just so I can ramp up quicker. Is probably where I want to go, right? Yeah. Just so I can cast every single turn. I think it's going to be better in the long run. Pay 40 gold, lose Poisonous Bite, gain a Void Spell. That's actually fine. Let's go. Potency, gain 1 block, increase by 1 for each power. That's kind of good for the build we got, because this increases by 1, this increases it by 1. Have to have a 5 though. And it also increases my own power. I can cast it once though. We'll think about it. We'll see if we survive this fight first. This is the fight that's going to really ruin us if it is. Got 4 HP in a dream. It's this guy. The guy likes to summon stuff consistently. Flip that over first, so we can do this and that. Flip that over, so we can get another spell for next turn. A 1 and a 2. I don't have a way to trigger this, so we just trigger this instead. Get my thorns up. I have fully blocked, so we attack here. Guess we'll deal damage, should we? Start trying to chip away at the other stuff that might do problems to us. I guess we'll leave it there for now. That landed on the worst one there. Because this guy is annoying for me to deal with, right? Cast this for us straight away, see what we get. Okay, cool. I don't have a 6. That's really good there, that setup. That and a 1. That goes to a 5. That can go to a 5. This is a 3 that can go in here. And that. And this. I fully defended? I fully defended, right? Yeah, I've got enough to defend. So we just chuck this out actually instead now. And just keep hold of the 1 for no particular reason. Because ramping this up is a lot better, and especially with the power gain and the block gain, like the Icicle Blade could be really good. Try and take this guy out if we can. A 5. A 1. I can't even re-roll that 1 to what I want, so that's very annoying. Guess go 2 5s. Into a 3. No, I need to be able to cast this right now. I haven't fully blocked. We're having issues. This game really does hate me sometimes. That's a nightmare. We're just dead. Never thought that'd be the way I die, but it really is. No way out of it. I just couldn't gain enough defense towards the end. We tried it though, we tried it. We did try it. But yeah, disappointing, but you know, we'll have another go. Ooh, liquid 5, flip a die 100 times. If target has 30 health or less, kill it. Interesting. Give 1 rain. We'll claim that and add to our selection. But yeah, a bit of a shame we didn't get that one that far, but I had a feeling that would be the end as soon as I saw the fight anyway. But yeah, again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.